Hey y'all, Dr. J here. I want to talk about the difference of burnout versus bore-out. Burnout is something we all understand when an employee is doing too much and they get burned out from what they're doing. And these are your overachievers. These are the people always getting it done. But we're not talking about someone who's burned out because they don't know what they're doing. We're talking about someone rocking it and the challenges that can happen when you've got your high achieving type A's driving for performance and trying to do that 365 days a year and the burnout that can occur. Boreout, on the other hand, is a person who's just not challenged. They may be just as capable as that other person. They may be producing just as good of results, and they're not engaged anymore. They're just bored with the challenge. They can get it done easily. And this is a management issue. It's not a leadership issue. It's a management issue. One of the best things to do for any leader is buy all your frontline managers the book First Break All the Rules, written by the Gallup organization. First Break All the Rules. Great book. And one of the key lessons out of it is that management by separation. You cannot treat every employee the same. You have to manage them differently. Why? Because every employee is different. And this is a really good example of that. You got your both capable employees. One burns themselves out because they're doing too much, and the other is bored because they're just not challenged, and you can't treat them the same. So what do? I want to stick with the harder one to focus on first, which is the bore out. What do you do with someone who's getting the job done? They're crushing it, and they're just not challenged. I'll tell you this, if you don't do anything, this person's gone. They will leave you seeking another challenge, and they'll probably find out they didn't actually want to leave after they've gone to the other place. I've seen it too many times, and I've always been a fan of bringing people back. Once you've jumped the fence and realized it's not good over there, you can come back if you've been good. But anyways, bore out. What do you do for these people? This is why the track model has training involved in it. Well, there's many reasons, but in this particular scenario, it's the great example of why you want internal team training. You want team members training each other. So you've got this person, high skill set, high knowledge skill set, performing above expectations, rocking it, and not challenged. The greatest challenge for them is give them ownership on someone else's performance. Not real ownership, but once you start training somebody internally, you start getting that because you are now engaged and invested in their performance, and it's just part of human nature. What's so great about this is it gives this person a new challenge. It creates a social bond in the team, and it creates ownership. And that level of team dynamic is so very strong to the overall team's performance culture. So the best way to deal with bore out is to develop training that your teams can train each other with, or even train people in other departments if they have a skill set to do so related to what that other department may need for your organization's performance. We're not just talking about training for fun, it's all about your org's performance. Then burnout. Burnout, I think, is easier one to deal with because this is a person you got to learn to set boundaries on. You got to tell them to dial it down. And you, as the manager, have to dial it down. Don't be emailing them at night. Don't email them on the weekends, right? Save your communications to a weekly group and a weekly one-on-one. In that order. Group, then one-on-one. But set boundaries for this person. Make them take time off. Force them to dial down their performance, and you will find overall what you end up with is a much more consistent performance environment for both of them. So for the bore-outs, provide training that they can develop for each other, and for the burnouts, set clear expectations. All right, y'all, you want to learn more, grab my book, Leadership is Not Enough. I wish you all the best in this world. Peace.